Now, are you tired of the same old turkey for Christmas dinner? Well, Jack O'Keefe is here with a delicious beef Wellington alternative. It doesn't even have to be Christmas dinner. This could be anything. I love beef Wellington.
Any time of the year, any special occasion. My mother has me threatened. She's like, don't you insult my turkey now in front of Tommy Bowe.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind the nation.
Don't worry, the turkey, I'm sure, in the O'Keefe household is fantastic.
Be superb. Burnt to a crisp. I'm only messing, man.
Oh, you're not going to be welcome if you say that again.
Be shot now.
You're in trouble.
The phone's ringing already.
So, beef Wellington, but it's all about avoiding the soggy bottom in a beef Wellington.
Exactly,
so, how do we go about that?
I have a little trick, and it's for using a tortilla wrap, right? We'll get to that in a second, though.
Okay.
Because we're going to move very quickly. So beef Wellington is a very big dish. Ideally, I've reduced this down to be the perfect little portion for two. Just got into my local butcher shop and asked for about a 250 to 300 gram fillet steak. It's a reasonable price. Look, that sitting there is about €12-ish, you know, so it's okay for Christmas. It's perfect.
Yeah.
To start off, brown off your steak in a really hot skillet. When you're finished browning off your steak, what I have here is blitzed up mushrooms. Just a random mix of mushrooms. You know, the ones that you see in the reduced section in the supermarkets. Just use those, wash them, blitz them up in a food processor, chuck them into a hot pan like so, and just let them cook off, nice and gently.
So you fry, because I'm not mad on mushrooms, but I don't mind in beef Wellington because they are just mushed up and fried.
They're cooked down, they're flavour, not texture. And then shallots, garlic and rosemary chopped up, or any kind of herb that you have knocking around, pinch of salt and a good glug of red wine or sherry. I prefer sherry. You know, everyone gives you a bottle of sherry for Christmas.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And I'm kind of looking at them, they're handing me a bottle of sherry. He goes, what am I, 70?
Well, I love a sherry.
I'll cook with this. No, I love cooking with sherry. So there goes the mushrooms. Just let them cook down for about maybe 10 or so minutes while you prepare everything else, right? While they're cooking away, we have a wrap here. So
you've got the Parma ham on a tortilla.
On a tortilla. Classically, a beef Wellington is supposed to have an omelette or a crepe really thinly made in a frying pan, like super thin, like 5mm thin, even less, and then spread out like so to stop the puff pastry from getting soggy.
I didn't know that.
It catches it. But for home cooks, tortilla wrap is the best little cheat ever. And then the ham.
Where's the pastry come into this then?
So the pastry comes in a second once I roll this up. So there's a few stages here, right? We're going to pretend these mushrooms are perfectly cooked.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
This is a kind of thing that you spend maybe a day or so making. In bits, like, you know, go from Netflix to the kitchen, Netflix to the kitchen, or Virgin Media Player to the kitchen.
Of course. There you go.
There we go. Right? Pop on your mushrooms, spread them out. This is going to be rushed and messy, but look, don't judge me. I can cook, you know. Right, spread your duxelle. When that's cooked, make sure it's chilled, okay? It makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah.
Beef fillet, that's just been browned on the outside. It's still completely rare. It's still mooing.
Okay.
Right.
But you've got, is that mustard or something on the outside?
Brushed it with Dijon mustard for flavour. Okay. Now, take
this
a cling
is
film.
always tricky, yeah.
And then just bring the tip of the wrap up and over, tuck, pull out the cling film, like so. See my fingers tuck back in the wrap? Hold the cling film, pull tight while doing that kind of motion.
Okay. That kind of motion, the claw motion, right?
You try and write this recipe. It's so hard to word this, right? Roll it into a piece of candy and just tie it. My right hand is going forward, my left hand's going back into a Christmas cracker.
Right.
Just don't let anyone pull it. I then sit that tight little ball of wonder, little burrito, into the freezer for about 20 minutes.
The freezer?
Into the freezer for 20 minutes, and it stiffens it up. And it means it doesn't all kind of come undone. Then with your puff pastry, roll it out onto the table. Come on, puff pastry. And again, it's just supermarket puff.
Yeah, yeah. And do you need to, would you flatten that out at all, or that's kind of just perfect?
It's the perfect size for beef Wellington.
Okay.
And then take your cling film mix, obviously out of the freezer, and then unroll it. Or you can cut off the edges if it's not, if it's taking its time. Pop that into, this is a very rustic Wellington now.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously it's a 7-minute.
So you have the pastry and the pita as well.
Yeah, and that tortilla wrapped in will soak up all your moisture. And then we need some egg, just whipped up egg yolk, or a full egg, sorry, whipped up. Brush that around with a paintbrush. This is going to act as a glue.
So if I didn't have the wrap, right, and I just had the Parma ham,
look, it would be fine.
Would that be okay?
It'd be okay.
But it might be a bit soggy.
Bit soggy, you won't get the same amount of crisp. You'll see mine when it comes out now, it'll be just, again, it'll be a piece of art. Like, sure, it always is when I'm here.
Yeah. Well, something's beeping away there. Right. I can't work out what it is.
The induction is trying to turn on the puff pastry. It's not working. Right, pop it out onto a tray.
Right, and there you go, hey presto.
And pretty much, then I just kind of tuck underneath.
Oh, you don't cut that off?
No, wait, yeah, you can if you want. But obviously, I'm in a rush, right? Leave that there like that. Then get a sharp knife, do your design. Boom, 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 boom.
Do you put a hole through that? No.
No, leave it sealed.
Okay.
Leave it sealed. Brush it with egg wash.
Okay. And then
Bang.
one you made earlier.
Flaky sea salt. And into the oven, 220 degrees for about 35 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Now,
Beautiful.
the one I made, made earlier.
Now we're talking exactly. We making. Oh, look at that.
Look at this. And you can see the way it's tied off the edges on it as well.
Yeah.
I was taking my time. Perfect. Leave it cook and then leave it rest for about 15 minutes. Okay. I'm going to show, I'm not a big fan of telling people you have to buy certain pieces of equipment, right? But for Christmas, get yourself one of these digital temperature probes.
Yes.
It'll save the turkey, it'll save the ham, and the beef Wellington. How I know the beef Wellington is perfectly cooked is I probe it into the centre of the meat when my cooking time is up, and I'm looking for 50 degrees Celsius for a lovely medium rare steak.
Great Christmas present.
Oh, the best Christmas present.
Yeah. Particularly if you're into barbecue and stuff as well.
Look at that, Tommy.
Wow, look at that.
Whoa.
Oh!
It's a good thing I have two.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Turn it up.
Isn't that unreal? Like, just a dinner for two.
And then my landlord has a lovely vegetable allotment out the back. So some fresh leeks picked on a frozen morning and then braised in vegetable stock and butter.
Jack.
Right? I've gone classic here. I've gone back to my training. This is just, I was like a happy little child last night. I had the classic music playing in the kitchen. Jackie came home and she goes, oh, you're back in hotels,
Come on,
aren't you?
get it over here. Let me try it.
This is the foreplay, Tommy.
Oh,
rosemary sprig, just because it makes a difference.
Miss this. Look at that.
No, get that
Jack
into
O'Keefe. That beef looks
and
perfect.
you know what? Like, any time of the year, that will do. And if anyone,
I'm just
if I move so
Sorry.
quickly, if I move too quickly for everyone at home, the recipe's on the website, or you can see on my social media account as well. Like, you can ask me any questions you want, and I'll explain it to you for Christmas. And that's it. Beef Wellington. Class, isn't it?
Delicious. And you know what? The mushrooms are actually quite nice too.
Yeah, tolerable. As he's getting sick into a bucket behind the table.
Jack O'Keefe, thank you very much.
Tommy.
Now, Warren, you are missing out with this, so I'm going to keep you a little bit. What have we got lined up next?
Thank you. You're so very kind.
Oh, it's so good.
Jack's like, ask me anything you want on my social media accounts. Just do a Richard Chambers on it. Ask him anything. You know, where can I get shoes? Where can I get socks? Coming up, a stylist, Rob Condon. He's got some of the best looks for this December. We'll be seeing more looks. Look, isn't Abby fabulous? Great Papa Red. We'll be chatting all about it very shortly.